Welcome to class. Today we are going to talk about linguistic diversity of India. India is a multicultural society and we have a continued history of civilizational growth and since time immemorial, right? We have a diverse cultural history. We have diverse societies, and this diversity is also reflected in languages. And after a few kilometers, we find variation in the language, which is very difficult for scholars from Europe and other Western countries to understand this complexity. But there is a beautiful harmony in this diversity, and we have survived ages and centuries with this diversity and a continuum, right? There is a continuum, linguistic continuum. So we are going to talk about linguistic diversity of India. Uh, if you look at this census 2011, we have 19,569 raw returns to the response to the question number 10, which talks about mother tongue. The Ethnologue World Database says that there are 7,111 languages, living languages in the world in its 2019 report. So this is very interesting to see that Ethnologue, that the World Global Database, reports 7,111 languages, and the respondents from India to India Census Survey 2011 responds to enumerators with 19,500 designations, right? They call it their mother tongue. They have returned it their mother tongue. So these numbers are interesting to see. And look at the diversity of the country. This 19,569 designated varieties returned by the respondents were classified, linguistically scrutinized, reclustered, and we arrive at 1,369 mother tongues, identified designated mother tongues in the country. As you can imagine, almost like 1/4 of the total languages spoken in the world, we have our mother tongues in this Indian societies. This is the diversity, this is the level of diversity. The further classification, linguistic scrutiny, and techniques used to recluster these number of mother tongues, Census of India 2011 arrives at 121 languages, and that is again debatable, and people are debating this, because if you look at People's Survey of India, they give a different number. Even Ethnologue, which is the database, says that there are 544 languages, living languages. Or these numbers change according to the data sources, but the point is that India has scores of languages. India speaks in multiple languages, writes in multiple languages, scripts, right? And amazingly, India is known as a linguistic area because here we have 4 distinct language families. These language families are genealogically classified, and we have 4 language families. Fifth that we are talking about is Andamanese, but 4 established language families, we have Indo-Aryan language families, Dravidian languages family, Austro-Asiatic languages family, and Tibeto-Burman language families. Out of these four, Indo-European, and under which we have Indo-Aryan, Iranian, and Germanic, they constitute almost like more than 78% of the total population. So Indo-Aryan family is the largest family, right, with a huge number of speakers, and that accounts for 78.05% of the total population of India in 2011 census. Next to it is Dravidian languages family, which account for 19.64% of the total population of India. Then we have Austro-Asiatic languages family, and this family accounts for 1.11% of the total population of India. And finally, Tibeto-Burmese, which account for 1.01% of the total population of India. And rest of the languages constitute negligible percentage, so it's not mentioned in the census. And census comes up with 99.85% recorded responses of the population of India. So it's a diverse country with scores of languages spoken, and the linguistic identity gets underlined and accentuated when we look at the raw returns of the respondents. While collecting data, enumerators were trained and instructed not to be judgmental, not to suggest, not to correct, and record the returns faithfully. And when the process was complete, the enumerators were left with a huge number of designated mother tongues that goes up to 19,569. And the further classification, linguistic scrutiny, and techniques used to regroup these numbers, these designated mother tongues, they arrive at 1369 designated mother tongues. And when we look at the distribution of languages family-wise, out of these four language families, we have 21 languages in the Indo-Aryan families designated and recorded, 1 Iranian, 1 Germanic, then 17 languages in Dravidian language families, 14 languages in Austro-Asiatic family, and 66 languages in Tibeto-Burman language families. These numbers, family-wise numbers reported or regrouped, tells us the whole story, but it also gives us a number of questions. It raises a number of questions, like the largest family, which accounts for 78.05% of the total population as speakers of languages, has only 21 languages. And look at the smallest language family, that is Tibeto-Burman languages, which accounts for only 1.01%, has 66 designated languages. So that's interesting. And census regroups and puts a number of languages under each level. Like for example, in Hindi we have more than 40 grouped under Hindi, more than 40 languages grouped under Hindi. So overall, the Indo-Aryan language family is the largest family, which accounts for 78.05% of speakers. Dravidian is the second largest family, which accounts for 19.64% of the total population. Austroasiatic being the third largest, but the number is only 1.11% of the total population. And Tibeto-Burman, with a variety of languages, the smallest family, but has 66 languages and accounts for 1.01% of the total population of the country. So that's the amazing number, right? That's the amazing number. India stands, according to Ethnologue, the second linguistically diverse country in the world after Papua New Guinea. Second diverse, country. So that's the beauty. But again, this diversity has not been a problem, and this diversity is not, an impediment in communication, interaction, and socialization. And that's the beauty of this diversity, that we have survived for centuries, right? Interacting, communicating, and sharing with each other. The whole idea of national language is alien to us, right? The whole theory of one nation, one language is alien. It has never been the case here in India. And Indian ecology, right, is so robust and so patterned that this diversity does not become a problem in communicating, sharing, and socializing. But the figures in 2011 census gives you what I just mentioned. Let us look at family-wise distribution of languages. So under Indo-European, we have three groups: Indo-Aryan, Indo-Iranian, and Germanic. And in Indo-Aryan, you have 21 languages. And this listing of these languages has nothing to do with hierarchy. It's simply alphabetical in nature. So it has nothing to do with the hierarchy. Alphabetical in nature. So we have Assamese, then Bangla, Bhili, or we call Vilodi, Vishnupriya, Dogri, Gujarati, Halabi, Hindi, Kashmiri, then Khandesi, Konkani, Lahandra, Maithili, Marathi, Nepalese, Odia, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Sheena, Sindhi, and Urdu. In Iranian, which is a negligible number of speakers in the country, but we have returns in the names like Afghani, lot of Afghani migrants are here, Kabuli, and Pashto, and English, a Germanic language. So these total languages, like we have 23 languages, including Iranian and Germanic. The Indo-Aryan family accounts for 78, more than 78%, 78.85% of the total population, and this is the largest family of languages. So largest language family in the country. Then we move to Dravidian language family, which accounts for almost 20%, 19 point something percent population of the speakers, right? So The speakers are almost like 19% of the total population of the country, and it has 17 languages listed under this family in 2011 census. And these languages are Kurgi or Kodagu, Gondi, Jatapu, Kannada, Khond, Kisan, Kolami, Konda, Koya, Kui, Kuruk, Malayalam, Malto, Parsi, Tamil, Telugu, and Tulu. And this total 17 languages, as designated in 2011 census, account for almost like 19% plus of the total population of the country. Moving on to the third language family, which is Bhumij, so Austroasiatic family, and languages like Bhumij, Gadaba, Ho, Juvang, Khadiya, Khasi, Koda, Korku, Korwa, Munda, Mundari, Nicobaris, Santalis, and Savara. So we have 14 languages under this family, which accounts for 1.11% of the total population of the country. Then we come to the most diverse family, though the total number accounts for only 1.01% of the total population of India. But it is the most diverse family, which has 66 languages recorded under this family in the census 2011. So languages recorded in Tibeto-Burman language families, Tibeto-Burmese also called, are 66. Total number 66 accounts for 1.11% of the total, account for 1.01% of the total population of the country. And the languages listed in this family in census 2011 are Adi, Anal, Angami, Ao, Balti, Bhotia, Bodo. So we keep on naming like Missing, Mishimi, Mog, Monpa, Ladakhi, Laholi, Lakher, Lepcha, Limbu, Koch, Kom, Konyak, Garo, Mar, right? Kabui, Karbi, Deori, Rai, Rabha, Rengma, Sangtam, Sema, Sherpa, Tamang, Tangkhul, Thoda, Thado, Tibetan, Tripuri, Zeliang, Zemi, Zo, Tamang, Tangkhul, Maring, Maram, right? Kinnori, Lepcha, Lakher, Lahauli, Ladakhi, Lushai or Mizo, Manipuri, Mao. So a number of languages, 66 total. It accounts for 1.01% of the total population of India. And the census also records Semito-Hamitic family, which has one language, Arabic. So if you go by the distribution of speakers that we talked about earlier also, Indo-European families has 94 crores 50 lakhs 52,555 speakers. So when you say 94 crores 50 lakhs 52,555 speakers, it accounts for 78.05% of the total population, the largest family, right? So this number is distributed among 21 languages. So majority of largest languages spoken in the country are grouped under Indo-Aryan family. Then Iranian speakers like Pashto, Kabuli speakers, we have 21,677. Then Germanic speakers like English, we have as a first language, by the way, we have 2,59,678. Percentage is negligible, almost like 0.02% of the total population of the country. Then the second largest family, Dravidian language family, which has 17 languages recorded under it, and it accounts for 23 crores 78 lakhs 40,116 speakers and accounts for 19.64% of the total population of the country. Then Austroasiatic family with 14 languages has 1 crore 34 lakhs 93,080 speakers and accounts for 1.11% of the total population. Tibeto-Burmese, the most diverse family with 66 languages, has 1 crore 22 lakhs 57,382 speakers, accounts for 1.01% of the total population. Semito-Hamitic family with one language, Arabic, has 54,947 speakers, percentage is negligible. And the total 121 languages, and it is a survey of 20 crores 89 lakhs 79,135 people, and it covers 99.85% of the total population. It's a very comprehensive number. Now, if you look at the distribution and concentration of these families on the map of India, though the speakers are scattered, right, and the census survey depicts distribution of these languages, 121 languages, pan-India, across states and union territories. So, it's not the case that Dravidian speakers are only in the southern part of the country. They are also in the north, in the southeast, in the east, in the northeast. So, these numbers are distributed pan-India, but roughly, broadly, we can recognize concentration areas of these languages where the speakers are located. Majority of speakers are located on the map of India. You can identify the regions and locations, geographical locations. However, it's not absolute, and the speakers are scattered. Speakers of all these languages and all these language families are mixed and scattered pan-India. But majorly, the northern part of the country and little eastern and western part constitute the concentration of Indo-Aryan speakers, right from Kashmiri at the top, go to Marathi and Bangla, right, Gujarati. So, northern and central part, little east and western part has the expansion of Indo-Aryan speakers, Indo-Aryan languages speakers, and the expansion of Indo-Aryan language family. If you look at the southern part of the country, you have Dravidian speakers. Those 17 languages are concentrated around its states like Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Telangana, right? So, the southern part of it, where you have Dravidian language families and speakers, high concentration of these speakers of these family in the southern part. If you look at the Tibeto-Burman languages, with most diverse language family with 66 varieties recorded in census 2011. You have the northeastern part of the country. We also call it seven sisters and one brother. So, states like, Sikkim, Assam, Tripura, Manipur, Nagaland, Mizoram, right, Arunachal. Right? So these are the concentrated areas where you have majority of speakers located. If you look at Austroasiatic languages, they are scattered all over, but majority of them are in the central part of India, and they cover states like Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, right, part of Odisha, part of Bengal. So that is the spread of this family. So if you look at the Indian map, you have a country with multiple languages and multiple societies, multiple cultures, and diversity finds a meaning, the etymological sense of the word, so diverse that it is also regarded as a linguistic area where we have four different families scattered all over, mixing, interacting, socializing, and sharing for centuries. And we have a beautiful balance in linguistic ecological balance, and we have a perfect linguistic harmony. There are certain undercurrents and there are certain conflicts also, but these demands are local and they have been handled effectively, and the distribution of these languages is even. So the census also manifests the same idea that these speakers are scattered all over, they are freely mixing, sharing, and living together in perfect harmony. And we need to celebrate this diversity, which is unique, and also India stands the second largest linguistically diverse country after Papua New Guinea. More than 450 languages that Ethnologue records. And one-fourth of the languages, almost as a rough estimate says, one-fourth of the languages are spoken alone in this subcontinent, in this Indian continent. So that's the diversity of India, linguistic diversity of India for you. And for more details, language-wise details, dialect-wise details, you can refer to the census data 2011. In our next video, we'll talk about scheduled and non-scheduled languages of India. So this is for now. Thank you.